Hello, Tema is here. So today we're playing Repel the Rifts. It just got available in early access, so I played a lot of the demo of this game. So I'm excited to see what is gonna happen now. We got access to the tech tree and I accumulated 28 points from the early access. I guess I can unlock all of them, although maybe let's reset all the points and try a few vanilla runs without any improvements. So we still have our mechanic. We now have 2 more difficulties unlocked. Greater challenge where build efficiency is key, strategic planning is required. Designed for experts, this mode will test your mastery of the game and its tech tree. And we got a new hero, the researcher. The surveyor needs to be unlocked by gaining 2000 ore, and the pathfinder by spending commander energy. I see. So let's remember what does mechanic do. Mechanic has 720 health, researcher 580, so mechanic has more health, 45 damage versus 20, has 150 max energy and regains 25 energy per day. Here it's 170 and 35, so less health, less damage, more energy. Energy with mechanic is used to summon a special tower that copies on hit effects from its neighbors. It can temporarily increase the damage of your towers, or it can give permanent buff to towers base damage and base fire rate. We start with the Vanguard, single entity, relatively rapid fire and high damage tower, Sentinel, your classic explosive tower, and Kree, your tower that does not so high damage, but it slows down and has very good fire rate as well. With Researcher, we start with Heater. It's a flamethrower tower that deals reasonable amount of energy damage, and it ignites enemies, which is the main source of damage from this tower. Ionizer, also very interesting tower, which deals area of effect damage and puts ionized debuff that does damage over time and increases the damage from other sources. Doesn't say how long it lasts, but I think it lasts sufficiently long. And Surge. Surge is a very strong tower. Very long range. Good critical chance, good damage, reasonable fire rate, effects on hit with damage over time and the chance to stun. So Researcher seems to be a very strong hero. Although these towers are more expensive than these towers, so it might be more difficult to find the sufficient ore to place them. We'll see. What are the skills? Wait, there is a passive. Unlocks advanced upgrade protocols, allowing Vanguard, Sentinel and Crew towers to be leveled to level 4. I see. Here, identifies vulnerabilities in demons, increasing damage dealt to them by 5% for each unique debuff affecting them. Okay, and just from the beginning we can stack 3 debuffs and with unlocking more towers we can unlock more debuffs. What are our energy skills? Research. Grant a tower one of the following effects on hit. Each effect can only be granted once. 5% to grant all effects at once. Wait. Forever. Like it's a permanent buff for a tower. Demon's armor is reduced by 6 for 6 seconds, stacks up to 1 times. This demon takes 15 damage per second for 5 seconds, stacks up to 1 times. Demon's movement speed reduced by 10%, stacks up to 1 times, and increases damage dealt to on energy shield by 50. Demons have a 10% chance to be stunned for... Wow. That's a lot of effects. That seem to be very strong. Deploy a temporary toxic field that lasts 10 seconds and apply toxic. Demons take 15 poison damage per second. Applies accelerate to each demon in a 3x3 area. Damage over time. Effects ticks faster. Good. And increase the rate of fire of all towers within the area by 35 seconds. I want to try this hero. So let's go Researcher, let's go difficulty 5. And let's see how it goes. Okay. Choose location to survey. Not a very interesting terrain. Both of them just 3 tiles long, and spacing is a bit. So that doesn't create a nice path. Right. I can put only 1 tower in the beginning. Uh, 25 hit points, 2 damage. 74 hit points, 2 damage. Let's try with the fire and see how it goes. Poisoned. So this demon takes 3 fire damage per second for 5 seconds and takes 15 damage per second for 5 seconds. Okay. I think that will be able to repel initial waves, no problem. Yep. Burning and poisoned will be sufficient to deal with the first 3 waves. I think. So I can apply another. Ignited, poison, and increase damage dealt on energy shield by 50%. Yeah, so I can stack all of them. That is cool. Okay, the first boss wave has Aegis, gains periodic immunity to damage after being hit. So in that case, it is a little better to have a bunch more of surges, because they are better at dealing burst damage, because Aegis will be triggering Aegis triggering on low damage will save the demons from a lot of hard hits. Our first tower. Refinery. Yeah, let's get some extra money. Level up costs 200. Yeah, got a little bit punished for my greediness, but nothing serious. $25 critical chance. Refund 50% of cost. Let's go with that. Let's put another surge. Let's give glued. Okay, and we have access to the shop. We can get that. Now I'm actually interested in increasing my energy regeneration, because I have so many effects to apply to every of my tower. So let's get it. Let's go. Highest HP, okay. Aye, that's painful. These seem to be new artifacts. I don't think I have seen them. Whenever you use a commander skill, all towers gain combat sync. Combat sync rates of fire increased by 20% for 5 seconds. Commander HP can now be used as ore for every 150 tower attacks. Tower gain 1% bonus damage. Let's check this one. Okay, let's see. I want a heater here. I want a heater here. Okay, now they burn in a little bit better than before. Oh, let's go that way. So this is the tough wave, boxers. They are often very problematic. So I need to think how I want to address them. Most likely I need a few more surges and I need to upgrade them as well. Immediately start a survey. Ooh, that I want. That I also want. I am not sure what's the point of that. Well, okay, it prolongs the path for free, and you can find some anomalies and dig sites. So okay, there is value in that. I want that because I want to heal a little bit. Eureka! Everything. Nice. Okay, let's try the market. I also should build at least one ionizer. Okay. I want all of that. 10% chance plus its critical strike chance divided by 4 to produce double the ore. So how much crit chance do they have? 0, 8, 0, 0. Okay. Let's see if I will survive this wave. Seems alright so far. But yeah, they're getting further and further and further. No. That's too much. No? Okay, I survived. Barely, but I survived. Another artifact. When the commander takes lethal damage, instead leave the commander at 1 HP and prevent further damage for 10 seconds. Ooh. Each time the commander is healed, the damage demons take from all sources is increased by 1%. Let's take this one. Absolutely need this one. Poisoned. I now need to use as many cheap abilities as possible to heal and to increase my damage. Okay, we survived. Blockade. Oh, why not? Can put a blockade here. And move it here. Okay. Let's see. Nothing. Okay. Analyze the buff, increase the damage or time effect by 7%. Yes. Want this. I want this. I want this. Okay. Okay, next wave, Hex. And then Protector with energy shield. Oof. Oof. But doesn't have as much health as the boxers. Analyzer range by 1. I think it would be a good idea. Nothing. Okay. I feel that it is a little bit harder to play this game by building different towers, because it gives you so much different choice in the shop. What to pick, what not to pick, while when you go in solo, you know that, okay, that's specifically one thing I'm targeting for, and I'm doing everything I can to make this specific tower stronger. I think I'm dead. I don't think I will survive this one. Yep. Spread too thin. Spread too thin, so let's try again. And maybe this time I will focus on fewer types of tower. I would still start with heater to deal with the first few waves. Disrupted increases damage dealt on energy shield. Ah, researcher has a range of 2. That's useful. $20 damage, energy type. Okay, 74. Why did researcher was like he was making 46 damage with his shots? Why? Unclear. That's an easy skip. Plus money. Also, I do want a heater here, so that if enemies come and start attacking my researcher, he will be able to damage them all. Because in the previous game there wasn't actually anybody hitting the tile right before the researcher except for the surges, and I didn't have many improvements that would make surges good to deal with the dense crowd. Okay, all of this is good. So let's take that. Let's freeze these two. Let's take that. Okay. Hunters has teleports. Okay, they are not as strong as boxers, so that should be easy. The bonus damage to energy shield with energy attack type is increased by 25%. Nope. Too weak. Provides 50% damage bonus to a random tower type each day. No to random. If no towers were deployed or leveled up before the night, gain 60 energy at the start of the night. I'd rather take money. Can use the money. So I want that, I want that. I want to reroll. I definitely want that. Increase the max stack of ignited. Yes, both of them. I can reroll one more time. Let's take them all and let's put an igniter in here. A heater. Okay. I feel stronger this time. Actually, that is too expensive and I don't care about crit on the heaters. I would rather go for surge specific crits. Wait, I misread it. I thought the path goes that way. Okay. Should have taken another one. Okay, that's teleporters. Yes, absolutely. Okay, maybe enough of energy regeneration increases. Oh, yes, I like this. At the end of each day, if you have 150 ore, automatically spend it to level up a random level 1 tower. I have plenty of level 1 towers. For every 40 tower attacks, gain 1 commander energy. No, I have plenty of commander energy. Whenever a demon is afflicted with an armor reduction debuff, it is afflicted by Shattered. This demon takes 5% more damage from all sources. No, I want this one. I definitely want this one. This. This. And that's it. First, yeah, okay, that. No. I have a suspicion we might win this run. So far things are going smoothly. Oh, good. Rate of fire and rate of fire. That is a good place to put an igniter. we'll be able to set enemies on fire with a lot of stacks. At the end of every night, heal the commander by 5% of their max HP. Whenever a slow debuff is applied, also I don't have any slow debuffs, grant free market rerolls per day. Yes. So let's put an igniter here. Let's buy this one. And I didn't do the math. I cannot now upgrade the tower. So, okay, let's do that. Increase crit chance of fall towers. That is expensive. Although I do want crit chance on my refineries, because I can find the upgrade that will allow them to do double the income. I want that. I want that. Okay, fast enemies are always a little bit scary. These guys have ages and armor, but okay, they have only 2921 health, which is not that much for the Night 15, because mind you, boxers at wave 10, Night 10 have approximately the same amount of health. Yes, and yes. Okay, leveling up surges is very good. Gives them a lot of damage. You. Am I in trouble? I might be in trouble. Wow. So hexes. I wasn't prepared for hexes. Let's give it another try. I'm curious, how far can I go with only surges? So I think I will be able to fight the first wave, maybe the second. The third must overwhelm me. But again, the third doesn't do that much damage for me to actually care about it. Yeah, the first one is easy. So let's not buy anything. Yeah, okay, the second wave, no problem. third one will be problematic because it is a dense one. So I might want to put another surge. Skip. Hound. Let's level up. Should be alright. Like this terrain a little bit more, and also like me some discounts. Let's roll for some surge specific upgrades. Like this one. Okay, let's see. We might want to put some toxic in here. Okay. Wasn't bad. Ooh. 20% of my current ore at the end of the day. That is always interesting, but very greedy. I think I'll pass. I'd rather spend some money on becoming ridiculously strong right here, right now. So I think I want to see this one upgraded. And then roll for surge upgrades, which I don't see many. So a lot of igniter upgrades, so could have had a very strong hitters. But I chose to go with surges. Come on. Thank you. I want more. Hmm. Yeah, I could have had very strong hitters at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 5. Think I'm in trouble. Then swave. I'm definitely in trouble. Okay. So they took me to wave 9? I think so. Oh, hey there! How are you? Chat on stream nice. Hi mom, is that ATG cool looking? Yes, it is a tower defense, indeed. It is a combination of tower defense and roguelike. Basically, we start with nothing, and we can build our path by choosing one of the 2 tiles suggested to us on survey stages. Survey stages are indicated. Wait a second. That is the wrong icon. So survey stages are indicated with an arrow. Then every few stages we are suggested a tower, a new tower to pick from. And yeah, there are bosses, there are normal enemies. So it just got released in early access. I played a bunch of demo of this game before. And now I'm checking the new content of the early access. So far, not trying as much to win as to try different things and see what are they actually what would be the results of these different things. So far, the results of these different tries is that I was miserably murdered. Now, do we try this again? Okay, this time let's go all igniters, all heaters, and see how successful it will be. Also, so what is a heater? Heater is a tower that doesn't have a lot of damage when it's shooting, but it applies ignited, so puts demons on fire and they take free fire damage per second for 5 seconds. That can stack up to 10 times, so they can take up to 30 damage per second for 5 seconds. Some enemies have shields, and we have energy type damage, which deals 100% increased damage to shields, but enemies with shields cannot get debuffs, so they cannot get on fire. Our hero here has some abilities that we can cast by paying energy that we accumulate every day. This, for example, gives a random on-hit debuff to the tower. I can be reducing enemies' armor, I can be poisoning them, I can be slowing them down for 10 seconds, or doing 50% more damage to their shields. So I got poisoned. This demon takes 15 damage per second for 5 seconds. So that means that I will have no problems dealing with the first 3 waves, because by igniting them and setting them and poisoning them, I will basically be able to deal with all of the first 3 waves demons. The 4th wave, Hound, well, Hound is a little bit too thick to be dealt with just like that. So I will need to introduce something later for the Hound. I will put an igniter here to assist my hero whenever the enemies will arrive into his face. A heater will be helpful. And the music is kind of rocking. Totally vibing with this music. Okay. Here is a type of path that I usually like a lot, because in a 3x3 tile there is a very limited number of path lengths that we can get. The minimum we can get is 3, 1 to 3. The maximum we can get would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are tiles with 7 squares of path length. Of course, the longer the enemies go through your path, the more time you have to dish damage to them. So this is a nice path of the length 5, above average. And it has this little twist here, so that if you have a tower placed around, it always covers all 5 tiles of this path. But since I'm playing with heaters this time, that becomes a little bit less interesting, because heaters only damage the adjacent tiles. How are you doing? How was your day? What date is it? It is Monday. Mamma mia. I feel like it is Friday. I don't know. I'm so tired today that the idea that I have a whole week in front of me really doesn't sit well. So yeah, we were proposed a tower, and one of them, Tremor, is like the strongest tower in the game that definitely could win it. But I'm curious to try and solo heaters, so I skipped it and instead got some money. Wait a second. Somebody's ringing on the door. And I am back. So we've here, and I wanted to upgrade this dude. Yes. So one reason to upgrade this heater, because the ignited starts doing 6 damage per second instead of 3, and once enemies are ignited with level 2 of ignited status, the other heaters will be updating the level 2 status. So it is the game designed like that. So basically you want to put a high level status as soon as possible, and then your low level towers just keep it going rather than overwrite it with a lower level status. So let's level up this tower, and let's put another one in here to keep this fire going. Let's go. Oh, they burn very well, these dogs. Okay, now it is a little bit spooky. It is a little bit spooky because these guys have Aegis, gains periodic immunity to damage after being hit. And with my damage over time and my low on hit damage, I don't know whether it will be easy for me to deal with that. Now, here anomaly gives us 30% bonus damage, but it is only 30% to the on hit damage, which is not that high. Here we have more critical chance, which again doesn't make any sense to us. Guess let's go with this. I don't think I would be able to... No, actually, this path can be interesting. So if it goes this way, I would be able to put towers on these tiles, and they would be able to attack in both directions. So this has a chance of reutilizing this terrain. So let's go with that. And... have a shop, and now everything is for Surge. Come on, the unique upgrade for Surge, good increase for damage for Surge. And why does the game have to make me like that? Heater, do me like that, not make me. So come on. I'm going solo Surges, and they only sell me the heater upgrades. I go solo heaters, and all the best Surges upgrades are immediately in the first 2 shop phases. Okay, so far they are dying. 462 doesn't seem to be too much health to deal with, even with Aegis. Our first major artifact. Gain 1 ore when killing a demon with the damage over time debuff. And we have plenty damage over time debuffs. All towers apply the expose debuff. This demon takes 1% more damage from all sources for 3 seconds. Stacks up to 20 times. So basically up to 20% more damage. And here we have more money. Let's go with more money. And so to sell it would cost 350. Let's see how much money it will give us over time. Okay, let's go. So the boxer one is the most scariest. I think I will deal all right with these guys, despite the fact that they're fast. So fast, quick wave is scary, but doesn't have that much health. I think I would deal with it. Here we have energy shield, so they don't burn before the energy shield is depleted. Still, I think I will deal with it. These guys have armor, and burning ignores armor, as far as I know, so it should be no problem. And then these guys will probably murder me, and I don't think there is anything I can do about it. Okay, this path either way goes away from these tiles, so no, my dream to put towers here that would be able to shoot on both sides is totally shattered. Let's take that. Let's see what's here. Tower levels up are discounted by 10%. At the end of every 3 nights, gain 120 ore. The first time you buy an upgrade from the market, each day gain 15 energy. Or we can sell it. Let's get this. Let's get that. Okay. Good. Okay, so first level ignited 7 damage and second level 10 damage per second. Still would like to find an upgrade that increases the amount of maximum stacks for ignited. Ideally before we meet with the boxers. Okay, they seem to be burning all right. This one, yes, that's what I wanted. That is a lot of fire rate. Okay, so I definitely need this one. Definitely need this one. And I think I want to put another tower in here. And yeah, so we'll take this one. Surge, no. Let's pray that we survive this night. I am not so sure. I think we're cooked. Although they seem to be dying by the time they arrive here. The moment the boxer is not dead by the time it goes here, I'm totally done. But no, okay, we survived. We survived. Survived. Did I believe in us? No, I did not. But we survived. Okay, another artifact. That is good. Slowing down demons gives me more time to burn them. So, yep. Okay, so we might have a chance. Let's see, that should burn easily. That is slow, will burn to crisp. That will die, no problem. That should be no problem. That is a good question. A lot of health with the ages can be problematic. Nope. Skip. Rate of fire. Rate of fire. That's not what I want. That's what I want. Okay, this should be no problem. Okay, we finally got more money than we would get by selling this artifact. So for now, from this point on, we're doing profit. Now, these guys has Overlord periodically summons minions. But slow, doesn't have that much health. Minions are quick, do not have that much health. Shouldn't be a problem. Gladly will take this one. Gladly will take this one. And now the boss. Hey! In the demo it was given 1 free excavation per day. I liked it more. Aye. Should have checked it before. Okay, let's see. Are we dead? Maybe not. We seem to be alive. Ooh. All damage over time is increased by 50%. That is huge. That is just like absolutely necessary for us. So that, on the other hand, with our fire rate, that can give us a ton of damage. I am actually not sure which one would be better. Most likely this one. But like, I'm very curious to try war drums in this specific setup. I have a lot of towers. Each one of them is attacking very fast. Okay, let's go with that. Yep. So this demon takes 14 fire damage per second for 5 seconds, stacks up to 15 times, and they attack 2.92 times per second. So basically 3 times per second, which means 150 attack is achieved after 50 seconds. Each wave is more than 50 seconds, and I have tons of towers. Most of them are attacking. So I don't know, I could have been getting something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 10 to maybe 20% damage every night, which, granted, when you start with 7 is not that much, but still. Okay, let's have a look what awaits us. Has HP regeneration. I don't care because I have cauterized, so I negate HP regeneration. Otherwise, not a lot of health, not a lot of speed, will die momentarily. This one has high amount of health. I should ignore the armor, so should die no problem. This one is the problematic one. So actually this is very problematic. So first, has shield, so it wouldn't burn. Second, has aegis, so I will be not setting them on fire before the shield is expired. And because of the aegis, they will be ignoring a whole lot of my attacks, which are weak. So I need to upgrade my towers. I desperately need to upgrade my towers. I think I might die to wave 18. Like, granted, I'm doing double damage to energy shields, but I don't think it will be enough. Okay, let's go. Yep, these guys burn very well, so no problem there. Scanned, demon's armor is reduced by 6. Let's see. I am very doubtful about this wave. But we seem to be doing all right. Okay. Okay, we survived. So these guys have teleports. I don't think it's very much of a big deal. These have a lot of health, 8,430. We'll see. We'll see. Is it time I should start increasing the critical chance? Maybe. And then hexes. We lost 2 hexes last time. Not last time, but one of the previous times. This will be a problem. Okay. Let's go for this one. So all towers apply the exposed debuff. I have very high fire rate, so I can easily stack it to 20 times, and then it's just 20% more damage from all the different sources, which is great. I want this. I think I still want that. Ooh, I definitely want that. And I definitely want that. By the way, we haven't seen yet the unique upgrade for the heater. I don't know what does it do. So we need to roll the shops a few more times. Hexes shouldn't be a problem because I have enough towers to support high level of stacks of burn. So if one tower goes off, others will keep the enemies burning, so no problem. Yes. And yes. Yes. Surge unique. That is a unique, but that is the wrong tower. Okay. Here it is. And by unique I meant legendary. When demon reaches max stack of ignited, all stacks are consumed to deal burst damage equal to 1 second of their total damage by 5. That is interesting. Let me ponder on it. So if we have a lot of towers, we can quickly reach maximum level of stacks. And then we instantly doing burst damage very, very often, and it is a lot of burst. This is good. If we have few towers and we intend on the enemies keeping their maximum stacks of burn for prolonged amount of time, then it is strictly negative. I think I have sufficient number of towers to greatly benefit from it. Not in the beginning, so here the paths are quite long and enemies burning while they go in between is actually quite good. But I can now think about it and make sure that I have sufficient coverage that enemies are always receiving a few stacks of ignition here and there. So currently this is probably the worst part of the path, because they burn here, here, not here, 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 not there, here, 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 there. Everything is burning, everything is burning, 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 burning. Yeah. So one there is a reasonable thing to do. Let's try. Hopefully it will not kill us immediately. We are still alive. And it is day 25. No slow debuff. I don't have any slow debuff. Upon using the commander's skill, the commanders no immediately start a survey. I don't think I want it, so I would rather get some money to be able to place another tower in here. Okay, let's see. No. I think I'm dead. It looked so good up until when it didn't. Okay, well, I think it is the first time I'm dying to wave 25. Usually, if I reached wave 25, it was like easy peasy. So I would either die wave 10 or never. That is the first time. Okay. I think it is time for me to go to the gym, so I will be calling it a day here. Thank you for your attention, and I see you next time. Bye bye.